the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions. From around your block to around the world, The Art Lewis Show is on 100.
That's Frankenmuth, Michigan, and we're talking about the Bavarian Inn, the Bavarian Inn Restaurant, the Lodge, and now the Water Park, better known as the Bavarian Inn Corporation, I have just learned. And its marketing director, Kelly Martin, is with us this morning. Kelly, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Did I cover it all? The Inn, the Lodge, the Water Park.
Yes. We also operate the Frankenmuth River Place shops.
That's what I thought. I was going to say the River Place shops goes with it.
Yes.
But this is an interesting time because the investment in the new water park was huge.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a huge facility, and some folks nationally have taken note.
Yes.
What is going on? Because you're in the throes of a voting campaign all of a sudden.
We are. So we are very excited. A couple of weeks ago, we found out we made the top 20 finalists for the USA Today top 10 best indoor water parks in the nation. So national recognition, and we made that list. So now the past couple of weeks, they've left it up to voting. So anybody can vote, and to really help us get to the ultimate goal, which is to be that number one spot. So we have been promoting it like crazy. Last week we were at the number 4 spot. And I think about 10 days ago, for a couple days, we were at the number 2 spot.
Oh.
And I know. And we were like thrilled. And then
you got to remember all the other guys are promoting too.
Yes, absolutely. We're going against some big competitors.
Yeah, big competitors in big communities.
Yes.
Lots of voting potential.
Absolutely.
And yet you're doing as well as you're doing.
Yeah, we're competing against like the Kalahari properties, who have multiple locations.
Okay.
Across,
so let me ask this, just out of curiosity. If somebody today wanted to vote for the Bavarian Water Park,
Yes.
what do you call the water park, by the way?
It's Bavarian Blast Water
Bavarian
Park.
Blast,
yes.
That's right. If somebody wanted to give you their vote, what would they have to do?
So we made it very, very simple. All you have to do is go to our websites or any of our social pages, so bavarianin.com. And once you hit enter and it goes to your website, there's a pop-up that will direct you to vote for us. And you just click on that link and hit vote now. You can vote once a day. But we recommend voting on multiple devices. So do it on your phone, then log in on your laptop, your tablet, your desktop.
You got it figured out.
Yes, absolutely. And really, this is our final push because voting ends on Monday, April 20th. So we're really trying to get the word out for that final push
Well, it
to
does
get
pop
us up
up
there.
and it opens up on that screen, doesn't it?
Yes, yep. So very easy.
Excuse me. While I choke. All right.
You're just too excited.
Too excited, yeah. So it says USA Today Reader's Choice Awards, Best Water Park. Vote. You just click on the word vote, and it opens up. And then what do you have to do? You just go vote now.
Absolutely, yep. You just click vote now. And it's interesting because we could, for the longest time, see where we placed after you hit vote now. It'd say, okay, great, you're number 4. But this last week of voting, they don't show you the rankings. So it's kind of
is this the last week?
Yes, yep.
Thanks for voting for the... Okay, yeah, I see that. All right, well, listen. I just voted.
Yay.
All right.
One vote closer.
One vote closer.
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, and we're going to talk more about what's happening in Frankenmuth, and particularly with the Bavarian Inn properties, with Kelly Martin. And all of that after these notes. Let's see if we can give away some money. Shall we do that? Here's your chance. All right, we're back with you in studio with me, the marketing director for the Bavarian Inn Corporation. That includes the restaurant, the hotel, the Bavarian Blast Water Park, the River Place shops. It goes on and on and on. Anyway, she is Kelly Martin. So let's stick just for a little bit here on the Bavarian Blast. I've not been in it, so I'm going to ask a lot of questions because I have no idea.
Yeah.
How big is it? It looks from the outside, it looks huge.
I mean, we are Michigan's biggest indoor water park and family fun center. So we expanded over 125,000 square feet. That's more than 3 football fields.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the season? Is there a season for a water park?
Well, I mean, we're indoors, so really any season, right? We opened a little over a year ago now. We opened March 21st of 2025, and ever since then, we have been so busy. There isn't a slow period for us anymore, which is great.
Well, it is. I mean, the kind of investment that was, you hope you don't have a slow period.
Right. I mean, it was a $90 million investment to our community, which is, not only the Frankenmuth community, but the Great Lakes Bay Area region. That's something really to be proud of, to bring those tourists in and invest.
And in reality, and I mean, everybody gets along pretty much, but, to have a community that's got 2 water parks in it, how rare is that?
Right. And that's what we're trying to market as the Frankenmuth community. Come see Frankenmuth, Michigan's Little Bavaria, and experience 2 water parks.
That's something politicians can learn, how to get along. But that's always impressed me about Frankenmuth, that even though there's competition between the restaurants across the street from each other, the water parks, all the activities and the various things that can be done there, the whole thrust is to promote Frankenmuth.
Absolutely.
What's good for one is good for all.
Yes, yes.
And that's a pretty good place to be.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I mean, everybody is just so willing to help out everybody with this promotion of voting for, the top 10 best indoor water parks. All the businesses in town have been sending their emails out to their people, vote for them, and it's just the support we've gotten throughout the community in our region it's just so heartwarming.
How long is this vote up for?
Voting ends this upcoming Monday, so this is our final stretch.
Oh, so this is near the end then.
Yes.
And again, you can just go to BavarianIn.com and the vote will pop up, and you can vote there, and then go to other devices and vote. You can only need to vote once a day from any particular device.
Right. So yes, do your like I said, do your phone, your laptop, your desktop, your tablet. Then you can get in 4 votes a day, really. And then if you tell everybody, then we got the whole community behind us.
So what does someone see when they come to the Bavarian Blast Water Park? What greets them?
Well, you walk in and it's really, I love being in the lobby when we open at 10 a.m., especially during spring break time. Most recently, I was there to kind of help with the crowds, and just seeing families walk in and they're just blown away. There's smiles on their faces. They don't even know where to start. They're just taking it all in. The little kiddos, they're just ready to go. But really, you look out and you see a wave pool, you see a lazy river, you see a little toddler area with a tipping bucket, baby swings for the babies, a big slide tower for the teens and adults to go on the big raft slide. Adults, there's the adult swim up bar. So really, there's something tailored for every age.
And the interesting thing is, if you see it from the outside, all you see are the tubes.
Yes.
That's just
which
is part of it, but you really don't see the insides.
Right. I mean, from the outside, you see the colorful slides, which brings that excitement too. But really, when you walk in, it's just like you're just taken away. You kind of walk into our lobby and you oversee our 3-story ropes course, which was the addition to our family fun center. And you see people going down the sky rail, zip lining, and you're just like, oh my gosh, where do you even start? Like, there's just so much fun. It's overwhelming.
So is there like an all-inclusive day pass or something? How do you market it?
Yeah. So, we have our overnight guests, and as an overnight guest at the lodge, you have access to the water park as part of your stay. But then we also market to our locals for day passes, so you can just come and play for the day.
Or non-locals, people coming up from Detroit for the day or what have you.
Yep, hour and a half drive for the day. Yeah, absolutely. And then our fun center is open to the public as well. So you go down in the fun center and kind of purchase whatever attraction you want to do. Laser tag, 3-story ropes course, climbing walls, mini bowling, ice cream and candy shop. I mean, mini golf. There's just so much to do. can't do it all in one day.
I was just going to ask, how long do you need to spend?
Yes. I mean, people, when they stay with us, they stay an average of 2 nights just to make sure they get it all in. But then you're in Frankenmuth. In the town itself, there's so much to do.
Not like there's nothing to do.
Right. It is kind of like Disney.
The town is. You know, you should have an entrance.
It's magical.
You should have entrance kiosks at each end of the town, you know.
Yeah.
Because if you could charge like Disney, you'd be,
Right.
be in great shape.
Yes. So, Art, I mean, you have to come check it out.
I'm going to do. I want to
invite.
do that. I want
Yes.
to see what it looks like. Anyway,
Yes.
so let's talk about what goes on inside for the youngsters that come and the adults that come, because it's usually family.
Mm-hmm.
What's the routine in the water park for the kids and for the adults?
Yeah.
Typically, what happens?
Yeah. So, like I mentioned, when constructing this water park, we kept in mind there has to be something for all ages to do. That's really what sets us apart. So, like myself, I have a 2-year-old boy. I can go in the toddler area and he can go down little slides with me. I can put him in the baby swings. He can play there with a tipping bucket. And then, like...
Just a minute. The tipping bucket, from what I've seen at water parks, dumps a whole bunch of water. That might be a little risky for a little 2-year-old.
I hold on to him. He loves it.
Okay.
He doesn't get splat. He doesn't get blown away. I just take on.
Say,
yeah.
that's a lot of water.
But we do have this little fish, and we're all about our German heritage. And so really the theming and architecture inside our water park is like walking into an indoor Oktoberfest or Bavarian festival. So we have a little kid slide that is a goldfish named Goldie, but he has a German hat on him. Like, where do you see that anywhere else, right?
Yeah, nowhere else.
Right. And the little kiddos just love that. And so, going back to my little guy, he just goes on that repeat after repeat. And so, we do that for the little ones. And then, like my sister comes with me and she and her husband tackle the big slide tower, which we have 6 slides on that. We have racer slides, a big raft slide that can fit 6 people, and another single tube or double tube ride. I mean, there's just so much. And then, like when I don't have my little guy, I go to the swim up bar. And that we are Michigan's first adult swim up bar. It wasn't legal, I guess, in the state before we built Bavarian Blast. So our president, Michael Keller-Zender, was working with legislation, and he got it approved. So now every other water park,
have the same thing,
they're hopping on, but we can always say we were the first, which is a great marketing point.
So, I mean, does it one price cover all? Obviously, if you stay there, it comes with your lodging. But somebody coming up for a day pass, is there one pass covers everything?
Yep. You buy your day pass and you have access to the water park for the whole day. So we're open 10 a.m. until 8 p.m.
Is it tiered pricing by age or
no? Nope. One price for all, because there is something to do for all ages.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because I kind of wondered if you'd split it up or not.
Mm-hmm.
No point in doing that. Mm-hmm. So typically, in the water park itself, how long does your average guest stay?
I mean, I would say they're staying a good 4 to 5 hours, at least, right? Because there's so much to check out and do. Yeah, we have cabanas. We have 20 cabanas where families can rent them for the day, and that's just kind of a nice add-on to be able to go in your cabana, kind of take a breather for a minute. You have a personal server who can give you your pizza, whatever, take your lunch break.
Oh, you can have food in there.
Yes, yep. We have it's called Chef Willie's, so it's our cafe inside the water park as well for food and drink, along with like a smoothie shack as well.
So really, you go in there, you don't have to go out for anything.
No, everything is in there. Yes,
everything is there. Lifeguards, out of curiosity?
Oh yeah, we have lifeguards. They're all over the place, and they are the best. We do a lot with them on our social media. They're a great group, and their safety is our number one priority.
And there are really no deep pools either.
No.
Everything is shallow.
Yeah, like 4 feet. Yeah, 4 feet. Yep, 4 feet, 5 feet.
Most people can stand up in it.
Yes, all adults. Yeah, there's really no deep end.
That's nice.
Right.
Are there activities for the kids? Are there any organized type activities that go on?
We are currently working on that now that we've had a year under our belt. We're working on doing some classes, different events. I will say this May 8th, we're doing an exclusive 90s event. It's for adults though, 21 plus. But it's called the 90s After Dark Blast Edition. So the water park shuts down and it reopens at 10 p.m. and it goes until 1 a.m. for our 90s event. And we'll have a DJ. You'll have access to like half of the side of the water park for the adults. And it's just a good first event we want to really pull off to kind of do these exclusive.
And how does one buy tickets for that?
It is right on our website as well under our events tab.
Everything's on your website.
Everything's on our website and social pages. Yes.
Lots of those.
Yes.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back. Talking to Kelly Martin from Bavarian Inn Corporation, Bavarian Inn Lodge, Bavarian Inn Restaurant, Bavarian Blast. We'll talk about the shops, River Place shops, all ahead.
When it's time to transform your home's...
And we're back with you, talking to Kelly Martin, who is the marketing director for Bavarian Inn Corporation, which is the lodge and the restaurant and the Water Blast and the River Place shops and all that stuff. I notice on your calendar you got something called a 40th anniversary gaming special, and it looks like there's one more this month, or two maybe. What is it? And why is there a 40th anniversary?
Yes. Well, we are celebrating 40 years for the Bavarian Inn Lodge this year.
Has it been 40 years?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel old. Well, I am old.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious. So what is the gaming experience? What's that all about?
So it's a deal that you can partake and play games in our Family Fun Center. We have over 180 arcade and redemption games in our Family Fun Center. So I don't know. You have the calendar pulled up. What are the dates that are running there?
Oh, let's see. They're all Wednesdays, it looks like.
Wednesdays, yeah. Yep, that would make
15th
sense.
15th is past. That was yesterday. So it looks like the 22nd and the 29th.
Yep.
So it's is it a pass that gets you in, or?
Nope. It should just be a percentage, or you get gaming credits to play. And so, yeah, it's just a way to get foot traffic in during the week, obviously, and really promote that the Fun Center is open to the public, too.
And, it's interesting. You call it a fun center, but if I remember right, in the early days of the Bavarian Inn Lodge, there was a fun center one, and then there was another fun center, and then there was another as they kept adding on. Have they consolidated now into one fun center?
Well, it is one fun center, but you kind of walk through, the different phases of the expansion.
They're all attached, though.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's all in like the lower level. Yep.
Yeah, because
Yes.
I'm right, though. They did keep adding on,
They
didn't they?
do, yeah. The Bavarian Blast Water Park was phase 7. So they've had 7 expansions.
How many more phases are there?
The family has a master plan, so they are going to keep growing, and investing in the community for our guests and continue to create those enjoyable experiences.
How has the hospitality industry been in the last few years after COVID? In a couple of ways. One, have you seen a return of traffic? And 2, labor.
Well, I will say I started after COVID. 2021 is when I started my position with Bavarian Inn. So, that first year or two, the numbers weren't as what they were pre-COVID. But now, I think we're kind of leveling back up to where we were pre-COVID. And as far as like labor and getting staff, it was a challenge when I first got there, for sure. Like finding servers for our restaurant, and just not only hiring, but, kind of retaining. Yeah. And so we've done huge campaigns to promote. But currently, we're sitting at a pretty good spot. Sure, there's always positions open because we're such a big corporation. and some of the staff is kind of seasonal,
Yeah.
but yeah, right now we're not in a terrible spot.
And one other thing, and this may be a little bit of a negative, but I got to ask it anyway. We've had issues with Canadian travel. Canadians aren't coming like they used to. And Canadian travel was always a big part of Frankenmuth, including buses.
Yes.
Have we seen a dip in the Canadians?
Yeah, unfortunately we have with like our motor coach groups. They just don't want to come and travel with us, but we're hoping that will be turned around in the next year or so.
I think it will. I think slowly but surely it'll all come back again.
Yes. I mean, we love our Canadians, so.
Yeah, and, people to people, it's great. Governments start kicking at each other, and we all suffer for it. So
yeah.
What are you going to do? But, you're a hospitality industry, and you depend on tourists.
Right.
Hospitality.
Right. What can we do to get people to come visit us in Frankenmuth and Michigan as a state alone,
Do the major players ever get together? In other words, the Zenders on both sides of the street and the Bronners and the other major players in town ever sit down and talk about things so you don't conflict with each other?
To my knowledge, they do. I don't know how often. But, they do things through like the chamber and CVB meeting groups and talk about big things, big festivals and events that are happening in Frankenmuth throughout the year.
Yeah, because everybody, the Ice Blast, the Ice Festival is on the Zender side of things, but that's good for the whole town because it's
absolutely.
also on the Bavarian inside.
Yes. I mean, and we sponsor Snowfest. We have the ice or snow sculptures in our Bavarian Inn parking lot. So it's a really good partnership. And, like vice versa with Bavarian Festival and things like that, we all chip in to support each other.
It's an interesting thing about Frankenmuth because when you talk to the major players in Frankenmuth, obviously they want to see their businesses succeed.
Right.
But they're more interested in seeing the town succeed because then everybody succeeds.
Yes.
And it seems just to be a great way to run things.
Yeah. I mean, it is. Like if you help others and, you're going to be successful as well.
Which is the key. I mean, everybody wants to see that town succeed. First of all, it's an important cog in the economic wheel of Saginaw County and the state of Michigan. Because tourists come from elsewhere other than Michigan.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think Frankenmuth alone sees 1 million or so tourists a year that come through. Yeah. I mean, just a small little...
Oh, it's always between you and Mackinac Island.
Yeah.
Who gets first and second in the polls.
Right. And I will say, shameless plug for TripAdvisor, where you go and review hotel. We are always number one. I mean, we've surpassed Grand Hotel and Mackinac Island. So, we hope to keep that number one spot. That's something we're very passionate about. But yeah, that's like our little bragging.
Well, I think there's a reason too, because Mackinac Island, as wonderful as the Grand Hotel is, and it's wonderful, but very expensive, but wonderful. You have a family setting. You want the families with youngsters, and there's things to do for everybody. That's not as true on Mackinac Island. It's a different kind of venue.
Yeah.
And I understand why it's a great tourist spot. It is. It's wonderful. Love it there. But Frankenmuth is something different,
Yeah.
It really is.
I don't know if maybe more down to earth is the right word, but it's, it's more...
Well, it's a combination of things. I mean, people come to Frankenmuth for the attractions, for the food, obviously was built on food, and, for the shops.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of reasons. I mean, Frankenmuth should be held up as a model of how to create a tourist attraction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because here's a town that starts with chicken and builds 1 million visitor a year attraction. You have to say to yourself, what did they do right? What do they know? What they knew was how to market themselves.
Right. And now Bavarian, the town itself, but like Bavarian Inn Restaurant, we see families come because it's tradition. Like my great grandma came here every year for her birthday and Christmas.
I know somebody who goes every year.
So we go every year now, and I'm taking my kids and so forth. So it's really great to have those traditions. I mean, we're built on traditions. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back, one more segment with Kelly Martin, Marketing Director for Bavarian Incorporation.
You might not have heard about the Michigan.
All right, we're back with Kelly Martin, Marketing Director for Bavarian Incorporation, which features the lodge, the restaurant, the Bavarian Blast Water Park, and the River Place shops. One of the things, and I've done it a few times at the Bavarian Inn, you have dinner shows.
Yes.
So what's coming up?
Yes. So we always do multiple dinner shows throughout each year. So the next one that's coming up is actually tomorrow at 6:30.
Oh, good. Do hurry.
Yes. But it's our murder mystery dinner. So we hire a group to come, actors, and they do a show throughout your dinner, and you kind of participate and figure out,
Is that sold out?
No, but I believe you have until noon today to buy your tickets for it, since it's tomorrow. So hurry up, hurry up.
Hour and 9 minutes, folks. Do hurry.
Yes, it's always a great dinner.
Where is that at? The lodge or the restaurant?
Bavarian and Restaurants.
At
So
the
right
restaurant.
on the main street.
Right.
Yes. Yep. And then, our next one after tomorrow's dinner show is a new take on a wine dinner. It's called Sip Me, Drink Me, and it's an Alice in Wonderland inspired wine dinner. So we are partnering with Black Star Farms for the wines, and then obviously our 4 to 5 course meal prepared by our chefs, and it's just going to be really cutely themed. So yeah, and that is on May 8th.
And that's on May 8th. And how often do you do these things? Do you one a month, 2 a month?
We try to do at least one every couple months. I mean, our most popular shows, if you will, is our princess lunches. We've done 4, I think, so far this year. And, we have a couple of character, princesses come
I was
each
gonna say,
time.
what is it? Tell us about it.
Yes. And those always get sold out, but we'll have like Elsa and Ariel and Cinderella come and meet the, our little girls. And they get, a chicken dinner lunch. The princesses kind of sing and dance throughout, and then they go around and take photos.
Do you bring in professionals for that, or do
Yes.
you use local folks?
Yep. No, we bring in, we partner with Olivia and Grace Company. And so she, is based down in Detroit, but she's been, a long-standing partner with us for these lunches.
It's always professional, though.
Yes, and I mean, these princesses are beautiful, talented, and just so charming to interact with the little girls, and it's always a sold-out event, so we do a lot of them throughout the year.
In the restaurant.
In the restaurant. And our next one, I believe, is happening in August, so we haven't promoted it or pushed it out yet, but be on the lookout for when we get that up and going.
I should point out, though, if you want a large gathering, there is huge meeting space in the lodge.
Yes, the lodge has a conference center, so we on the second level in our composer rooms we can hold up to 400 people to host conferences, couple day Big events. Yep.
You just had the
breakout
ACF,
rooms.
The ACF food competition is in there now.
We did, yes. Yeah. And another shameless plug: our restaurant chefs took the top first place in all 3 categories. So
I should point out, you get paid for shameless plugs.
Well, I'm just proud. I mean, we are just so proud to have such a great team, behind us. Absolutely. And yeah, maybe I get paid to say it, but I truly mean it. It's,
I can tell.
It's just such a great place to work for. And there's lots of exciting things happening, and we have so much pride and love for our community.
So let's move over to the River Place shops.
Okay.
What's going on there?
Oh, we're right now in the midst of preparing for our Dog Bowl weekend. Dog Bowl is the biggest festival event that we run.
Really?
Yes, we bring in over 100,000 people in that Memorial Day weekend. It's also tied in with balloons over Bavarian Inn, so our hot air balloons. We have a special surprise for this one, but I can't mention it yet. But it's your ticket to come on out. It's a free weekend. You just park and come and see all the dog events, see the hot air balloons. just enjoy the vibe of big community. And, Dog Bowl is a nonprofit. So,
and for those of you out of town going there, let me make a suggestion. Before you go, become really good friends with somebody that lives in Frankenmuth that can show you where the back roads are.
Right. Or, park in your driveway type friends.
Yeah, or park in their driveway, right.
Yes. But it's a great time.
It is one thing about Frankenmuth with these festivals and things. I mean, traffic can be a bear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we always make it work, and we have fields, that cars can park. We make it work to. We know that, but if you want to drive Main Street, good luck. Yeah, you're going to want to plan to stay for the whole day, but there's lots to do. So.
Well, that's true. There is. I mean, and it's a walkable town. That's the nice thing about Frankenmuth is you don't have to drive from point to point.
No,
you can park what I call the valley of the road down by the restaurants.
Yeah.
And you can walk that whole town.
Yes. Yep. Just on the main strip there. Lots of shopping, your chicken dinners. Hey, even go to the water park,
Funny thing you should mention that. Huh?
Yes.
And, of course, the Lodge for staying in Frankenmuth. It's one of the great hotels in the area.
Yes. Yep. It's a beautiful building. If no one's ever seen it, it's, you kind of have to go over the covered bridge, the iconic covered bridge to get to the Lodge if you're coming off Main Street. So it's a very scenic, pretty route that you take, and then you turn in and you just see the exterior of our building, and it's just so beautiful, especially at sunrise or sunset. We always take pictures and post it online because they always get the most likes and engagement because it's just so beautiful.
All right, let's end with a reminder on voting for the water park. What
yes,
do they need to do?
Please go to BavarianIn.com. A pop-up will come. You'll just click that link and vote for us to get us to that number one spot for best indoor water park in the nation.
And do it from several different devices.
Yes.
Because you can only do it from each
once
device once a day.
Up until this Monday, so it's our final stretch.
All right, good enough. Kelly, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Kelly Martin from Bavarian Incorporation, all their various functions in Frankenmuth. We thank her for joining us today. And we will be back to close out, tell you what's ahead on Focus. That'll do it for this hour, the Art Lewis Show. We'll be back tomorrow with lots more. Coming up on Focus, we're going to talk to Ken Buck from Buck Insurance, but not about insurance. We're going to talk about the Walleye Festival. All of that follows the news from CBS, and Michael Percher with the local report. We'll be back.
Broadcasting from the